hot girl summer ain't canceled, but them ashy and dry ass elbows is. If you feel itchy and want your summer glow back, you must try Beautiful and Lovely's Beauty Care Gorgeous Turmeric Detox Skin Mask. This skin detox mask is enriched with vitamin E, argan oil, oatmeal, and some other type of clays and things like that. I can't pronounce them. All that you need to get your summer. Of course, it's vegan and all organic. You ain't got to worry about breaking out no rashes. We ain't got time for that. So Beautiful and Lovely's Beauty Care has a program designed to get your skin in the best shape. It's on to see and test all that they have. Download free intestines and liver cleanse for beautiful skin on Instagram. It's designed to make you release liver stones pain-free for clear skin. Click the link below in the description box and visit their website as well as Instagram.
I'm ready.
All right. So we have Miss Starla Maurer here, all the way from Maryland. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Now, my viewers, I don't know if you know much about my platform, and that's okay. If you don't.
I've been stalking a little bit.
Okay. So you are, I would say, like the official first guest, kind of, kicking off our health and wellness segment of the show. And so, we have a lot of viewers who could use your knowledge, all of your insight into your lifestyle. Now, just in case people don't know, and I don't want to get it wrong. If I get it wrong, please feel free to jump in to correct me. Okay. And so you are plant-based.
Yes.
And you became plant-based by doing a trial.
Yeah, it was a study at the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, PCRM, with Dr. Neil Barnard. And I did a study with him. And then at the same time, I was also involved in a study at Yale University in New Haven. And we did a study on the effects of low-fat vegan diet and A1C and type 2 diabetes. The study that I was in here in Washington, D.C. was on the effects of low-fat vegan diet and metabolism. I had to think about that.
Okay. No, I'm glad you introduced it like that because I would have jacked it up.
I usually jack it up, but I remembered this time.
Okay. And your husband, who is not, he's with us, but he's not with you today during the interview.
No, he's at work where he belongs.
Yes. Is a colon cancer survivor, correct?
Yes. Actually, Thursday is his very last oncology visit. It'll be 5 years. Yeah.
Wow. And you played a big part in him being able to just say, fuck cancer all the way. Excuse my French, but No, it was, I happened to be in this study. And part of the study was we had to, and I live in Southern Maryland. So to drive to where Dr. Barnard's office is it's in DC, was 2.5 hours. So I would drive every Wednesday night, and they were like, you can't miss any nights because you have to have all this information. They were weighing us. They were, we would talk about the foods we eat and the things we struggled with. Like everyone always says when they try to go vegan, oh my gosh, I have so much gas. And, and it's like, okay, but if you don't know the lay of the land, it's really hard to do if you really don't have somebody that's helping you. And some people are like, okay, well, I'll go vegan and I'll eat nothing but potato chips. So this is what he was stopping us from doing. He really, and he's such a love, such a wonderful man. Okay.
And so we would meet once a week. And I think I had gone to 2 meetings. And starting the 3rd week was when my husband, we thought he had kidney stones because he kept complaining about, I have this pain. And it was our anniversary night, and he was gray. I was like, okay, you have to go to the hospital. And so he went in, and they said, we see something leaking. We think maybe there might be a slight tear in his, somewhere maybe in the colon, or he might get his appendix out. So they went ahead and they did the study, and it turned out that there was a huge hole in his colon, and he had to immediately go into surgery the next day. So it's basically, you have cancer, you have to have surgery tomorrow, and we're going to take out over a foot of your intestine and give you a colostomy bag.
Whoa.
Yeah. So we got through that, and I actually called, and I was like, is it okay if I miss a week? Because, my husband was like, and I was also in my second year of holistic medicine study.
Okay.
So I had all of this going on.
Wow. Yeah.
And he said, don't stop anything. Let's just keep going. And I said, okay, fine. So I have another friend who was a fitness instructor, and her husband had prostate cancer. So I called her and I said, I don't know what to do. And she said, you gather the troops, get them all in. So I brought everybody in. I'm also a fitness instructor. So I was like, okay, we're going to walk. And at the time I had just had shoulder surgery because, I'd like to say I was doing something fun, but I picked up my dog. So, and,
hey, I threw my back out getting clothes out of the dryer.
Yep. See,
I'm telling you, like, it's real out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So he, I knew I could keep him walking. And I also knew that when this was such a surprise for me, when we went to the hospital for his first visit, when he first started the infusion, they gave him a cheeseburger, potato chips, a soda, and a can about this big of fresh. Well, it wasn't fresh fruit; it was canned fruit.
Okay.
And they said, well, you can eat that, and you can have your soda right now. And I was floored at what they were feeding him. And I thought, so, and I actually that night I had another meeting in DC. So I thought, how is it that you're giving him meat and cheese, and they're full of steroids and growth hormone, and you're feeding this to cancer patients, but you're trying to kill the cancer, but you've got this stuff that's growing, and you can't wash it out of the meat, can't wash it out of the dairy. So I actually asked that night, and Dr. Barnard said, that's the reason why we're doing this, and you guys are in this study, is we want to prove to people what happens when you follow a low-fat vegan diet. And it was amazing. And what really happened with Rick was I didn't push anything on him, but I did have my master teacher who was doing the, holistic medicine. So we decided to take certain courses. We would, like, if Rick would get nervous, I would whisper in his ear like a guided meditation. And I went to all the infusions, all the meetings, all the doctor's appointments, everything. And we just decided that I would, sort of whisper to him to calm him down. And we decided we weren't going to change anything, but we were going to keep walking 4 or 5 times a week. And because of the type of chemo he did, he couldn't eat anything that was cold. So in holistic medicine, we really want you to eat seasonally. We want you to eat warm, nourishing foods. In the oncologist, they said, oh, let him eat what he wants. And I was like, no, you take care of the cancer and I'll handle the rest. So
he's trying to keep him coming back. They need repeat customers now.
Well, yeah. And I just thought it was so bizarre watching how everything sort of went. But Rick slowly, he couldn't taste anything, because that's another part of the chemo, is you sort of lose your sense of taste. and it was the drug that they would use for him. And he would be on, it looked like a sippy cup that was around his neck.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be infusing for 2 days. And then I would take him off the canister. And because of the way he started eating, he could taste the food that I was eating. So I started making for him. And when he would make dinner, sometimes he ate vegan, low fat vegan. He could taste the food. He never got sick, ever. He never lost his hair. He never looked, you know how you look, some people who have cancer, they just get that sort of gray, look on their face.
Yeah.
Never had that. We had a sense of humor, and we just kept going. And Rick never missed a day of work. The only time he didn't go to work, he would work from home, was when he was on that 2-day infusion. And he went through 12 treatments.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it was definitely it was really eye-opening. And people kept saying, what are you guys doing? So finally, in the infusion unit, there'd be tons of people in there, and they kept asking me, what are you guys doing? Your husband's never sick. He doesn't look bad. And I'm like, do you really want to know? Because I'll tell you. And they were like, yeah, tell us what's going on. So even his oncologist came around and said, I'm shocked. He said, if you were not my patient, I would not know you had cancer. He'd never know.
Wow.
Rick breezed through, not that you breeze through cancer treatment, but he did. And
Okay.
it could be a little bit different for other people. But I'm constantly saying, doctors are like, oh, just eat what you want, do what you want. And I asked the oncologist about this. And he said nowadays, he treats families. And he says mother, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, they're all coming into him. And the reason is, number one, genetics plays a part, obviously. And what I learned was that if you have the genetics in your family, the one thing you don't want to do is flip the switch and turn it on.
Right.
So you have to take care of yourself. The walking helped, and it helped. Like Rick and I would discuss when we would walk, like all the stuff that was going on. And so, and it gave us such a sense of humor.
How far did you guys walk together?
About 5 miles.
Every day?
Almost, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we would just, it wasn't a fast clip. And everybody at PCRM, that was doing the study, we were allowed to walk. As a fitness instructor, I wasn't allowed to teach my classes because that would give me an advantage over some of the other people. So all I did was walk. That was it.
Okay.
I just walked with him.
Wow. Wow.
So,
now, I want to talk a lot about your diet, because that's what really got me, interested. I was like, I got to get her on the platform because, I have a lot of viewers who are going through different types of cancer, whether it's ovarian, whether it's breast, a lot of different cancers. And, there is nothing, whereas I would say about 10 years ago, I could find so much on alternative eating, going vegan, low carb, beating cancer with, a plant-based diet, in addition to whatever treatment your doctor is giving you to kind of help your body to sustain itself. You can't find anything on it anymore. I don't know if they've wiped it clean or what.
Yeah, PCRM has a lot, and Dr. Neil Barnard has a lot of stuff out. But if you really think about it, it's especially with the meat industry, you're going to grow a small calf into a big cow in a certain amount of time very quickly, because it's just the mill to, kill the animals and keep feeding. And the only way they're going to grow them that quickly is with growth hormone and steroids. And you cannot.
But they say they don't use no steroids and no.
Yeah, no, they do. And antibiotics. Yeah. That's another one. Antibiotics. Yeah. That's why girls and all the like with the growth hormones, that's why young girls are starting their periods at 10 years old, 9 and 10 years old. Wow. That's why boys have breast tissue. And it's because of all the stuff that's in the food that we're eating. And, we didn't eat fully organic. We just ate. You need to eat what's in season, just seasonally. What do you see when you walk into the grocery store? And let's get real. In December, you're not really going to find a watermelon there. Right. At least it's not in the area. So I try to find as much as I can fresh fruit and vegetables. And we go to farmers markets. I mean, it's so much fun. You can also join co-ops. We were in a co-op at the time. And but I loved going out and doing whatever, finding the different vegetables and trying things like that. I mean, I never knew what chayote squash was. And then I tasted it. I was like, ooh, this is good.
Yeah.
So that's how I still eat. And the other half of that is low fat. And people will scream because I don't cook with oil at all, ever.
Well, what do you cook with?
Vegetable broth or water.
Okay.
It's so easy to switch. And the thing is you'll notice that, especially with somebody who has cancer, it's that heavy food sitting in your stomach. That's what, and because the fat content is so high, that's why it takes a while to process through. But if you're eating fresh fruits and vegetables and whole grains, that goes right through you, and you don't have that heavy bloated feeling.
Okay. I mean, I could definitely see that. I mean, the older I'm getting, like I can eat, and let's just say one bag of potato chips, not the big bag, but a regular size bag, and I'm bloated. Yeah. I'm full of water. I'm, peeing because I'm trying to get the water out, from the buildup. It's like things are acting a lot faster now because of those types of foods. What I want to talk to you about is because, when I came across your interview, you talked a lot about the types of foods, like, even though you were eating seasonally, a lot of people don't translate that. What do you mean seasonally? How do you start with a basic meal prep? Like, what is it that you eat? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's, because I'm low fat vegan, like I will tell you, there's a woman that I love watching she's got platforms all over, Chef Joya.
Okay.
But she uses a lot of oil, and I can't do that. That's okay. I've actually eaten this way for so long that it sort of makes me, that I don't feel good when I eat a lot of oil. I'm not used to it. But it's really not, when you eat seasonally, it's like in the summertime, what do you want? You're not going out and eating these heavy, like meatloaf and potatoes and all. You're eating like a potato salad, and you're eating, different things like that. And there are ways that you can make potato salad without using any oil, any mayo, things like that. And you just learn to sort of switch things around. And it's you, like in the fall, you're eating more root vegetables. Fall and winter, you have the root vegetables. And so you do things like that. And like, I'll eat a loaded sweet potato or a loaded baked potato.
Okay.
And I'll eat things like that. And one of the things I did notice is like the fake meats and the fake cheeses.
Okay.
They're fun. Like I was just talking to somebody today, and I said, I'm dying to go to Atlanta and go to Slutty Vegan.
Yeah. I'm in Atlanta and I haven't been. I've seen it. Listen, I don't want to kick her food. I mean, she's a Black woman doing her thing, but it's too much for me.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot going on with her stuff. I'm like, yeah. All right, winos, your hot girl summer ain't canceled, but them ashy and dry ass elbows is. If you feel itchy and want your summer glow back, you must try Beautiful and Lovely's Beauty Care Gorgeous Turmeric Detox Skin Mask. This skin detox mask is enriched with vitamin E, argan oil, oatmeal, and some other type of clays and things like that. I can't pronounce them. All that you need to get your summer. And of course, Plus, it's vegan and all organic. You ain't got to worry about breaking out no rashes. We ain't got time for that. So Beautiful and Lovely's Beauty Care has a program designed to get your skin in the best shape. It's on to see and test all that they have. Download free intestines and liver cleanse for beautiful skin on Instagram. It's designed to make you release liver stones pain-free for clear skin. Click the link below in the description box and visit their website as well as Instagram.
That's why people are just, they don't realize you're overthinking it. What do you like to eat? And try a new food. There's just so many things there. Let's see. What I'm trying to think of his name. Esselstyn, and it's the I can't think of the name of it. It's Engine House. I don't know, the Engine 2 diet. I think that's what it's called.
Engine 2?
Yeah, it's Rip Esselstyn.
Okay. Rip Esselstyn, Engine 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have a an app on your phone where it'll give you recipes, and they're all low fat. He and his mom and sister, and they're hysterical. They have a YouTube page, and it's, the Esselstyns, and they were, Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn was one of the big founders of really pushing vegan diets back in the 70s. He was part of that whole China, the China study? That was one of the very first big vegan books. And it's a little heady, but it is a way to sort of get into everything. But realistically, now you can find like Glow Girl. That's another one. That's a vegan recipes. You can find all of this, but you just start with what you like. And most people are like, "Oh, I hate broccoli." Well, don't eat broccoli. If you don't like it, don't eat it. And just take out the oils and the added fats. Make your own salad dressings. Salad dressings are really easy to make. And like my favorite one is I'll take balsamic vinegar, a little bit of Dijon mustard, a little bit of water, and chia seeds, and you throw it in a blender and you blend it. And you can use it as a marinade on like your veggies and stuff, or you can thin it down a little and use it as like salad dressing. There's all sorts of stuff that you can do. Very, very easy stuff. And it's not, if you're looking at a recipe that has more than like 4 or 5 things, that's too much.
Give us an idea of the typical breakfast that you would eat. Like, what is your breakfast like in the morning?
Okay, right now it's summertime, which I love because I love watermelon.
This heat is making me run away. Look.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I usually have some watermelon, and because I am a fitness instructor, and I will see clients on the side in holistic medicine. So I usually have either overnight oats, which is easy to make, or, and if you don't like eating cold oatmeal, because some people are like, it's texture, you can get any kind of, you can have, sometimes I love Brussels sprouts. So I have some brown rice and Brussels sprouts in the morning.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, you don't have to eat breakfast foods at breakfast. And you can have...
We've been told what breakfast is, and I've always been an advocate for whatever makes you feel good, you know, and you're best to eat that. So I'm more of a smoothie girl, like kale, spinach, mangoes, pine. That's what I'll do typically all year round, even though I know mangoes and pineapples are only in season for...
Right. But that doesn't matter. I mean, you're still eating a lot better than if you were to drive through McDonald's.
Yeah. Or Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A has it on lock right now.
Oh, yeah, Chick-fil-A. But nobody wants to give up Chick-fil-A. But it really is, it's really easy to do. And if you just eat leftovers from dinner the night before, if that's what you want.
Yeah.
It's you have to do what works best for you and what works for your system. And like lunch today, I had this huge salad. You'd be shocked how much lettuce. I mean, the amount of salad. And my salads aren't the, lettuce and tomato and some cucumbers. No, everything is in that thing. I've got beans and all sorts of veggies. Whatever I've got, I throw in there. I love beets. I love mushrooms. If we have leftover corn on the cob, I'm cutting that up and throwing that in there. That's my lunch.
Okay.
And dinner is usually something. Dinner is just usually something like a loaded baked potato, or I've really started to fool with mixing up some Mexican recipes. I'm Hispanic, so like I'll do fish tacos. It's not really fish or chickpeas. So, so I just do that. And just
so you make your own like chickpea, like fish mock, like you make that yourself?
Yeah. Oh, oh my gosh, it's so easy. So easy. You just, I mean, you just can throw it in. You just use like a little bit of, like you would make a tuna salad or something like that.
Okay.
But I use a very small amount of vegan mayo, mainly because you have to sort of have that to hold it together.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to do that, you can always use like some tofu. I mean, I've made tofu ricotta. And some people think tofu is weird. You just have to pair it with something very, very strong, a strong taste.
Yeah.
And get the water out.
Yeah. Okay. No, because I mean, I think that's like one of the issues. Like we can find tons of plant-based, recipes on YouTube and things like that. And I think, what we find in, the Black community is flavor. It's like, can we still get that flavor that we're so used to having, coming up?
Oh, we have, so the Mexicans, my group, we have I'll cut up a mango, and just sort of peel it so it looks like a flower so I can eat it. And I just pour tajin all over it. And then
wow. Now I see what you're saying. Latinas, Latinas, as far as your robust flavors, your rich flavors, like I kind of like to mix the Asian inspired with the Latin inspired, as well as a little bit of soul food inspired, but not too much salt or oil. I see what you're saying, because I make a lot of my soul food veggies without oil and without meat, and people will swear up and down I use like oil or fat back or turkey necks and stuff, and none of that is in there.
No, I do that all the time. I love you really will be surprised when you start to sort of step out of your comfort zone and look at some of the different spices and try them. You'll be stunned. Even vegans, we have a thing called, it's sort of weird, but if you like the taste of fish, like tuna or whatever, you can get these. It looks like a shaker, like a salt shaker, but it's kelp. So it's like the nori that you would buy, the sheets of nori, but it's kelp, and you sprinkle a little bit in, and that's what sort of gives it that fishy taste. So you think that's what, so you can sprinkle
kelp is very fishy. It tastes like it came right out of the ocean.
Yeah. And so if that's what you're looking for, you can do that. I mean, I learned very, very easily how to roll like sushi, but mine's just veggies inside of it. And I just get the sushi rice and roll it up. Cut it. I'm dipping and going. And there's if I wanted that, I would use the nori wrap on it, or I could sprinkle some of the little kelp seeds in there. You'd be shocked what you can come up with. It's very easy.
Was your husband, was he reluctant to transition so easily? I mean, was he accustomed to eating a certain way and he was like, I don't care if I'm sick, I'm not eating that?
Yeah.
Or did he just say, whatever you say, babe?
Well, I think when you're facing mortality the way he did, and as his cancer was stage 3C, which his cancer had obviously burst through the colon, and it had spread into the lymph nodes in his in the groin area. So he really had to come to Jesus with all of that. But I mean, I think the thing is he tried it and he goes, hey, this isn't bad. Hey, no, this isn't bad. Wow. And he started to really like it. And he realized that you don't actually, and my husband is originally from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So lots of meat and potatoes.
Right.
So he just did that and he was fine. He just had a great time we would just discover new stuff. And believe me, there's times when I've made things and I'm like, I don't think so. But it's like,
we do that when we're cooking meat and stuff. It's like, I messed this up, so.
This is funky. Ugh. So, yeah. So it just, but it really, I have to say, the other thing is, if anybody is athletic, your recovery time is that. I taught a class this morning. I'm going to teach a yoga class tonight. I have another class tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night. I teach about 10 classes a week. And in between that, I see clients. And I have a ton of energy and I'm able to sleep. I used to have really bad irritable bowel. I got rid of, that's gone completely. Wow. And I was on like high blood pressure medication and they gave me something like to get rid of the water, like a water pill. Also, I was on migraine medication, asthma medication. It's all gone.
Wow.
Everything's gone.
Just plant-based, oil-free, low-fat.
Low-fat, plant-based.
Okay. And low salt. People got to understand too, low salt.
He did not stop us from using salt and sugar.
Really?
Nope. It's not the sugar that makes you fat. It's the fat in the sugary stuff that makes you fat. Oh. Sugar is usually paired with fat. Like, candy bars, potato chips, salt. Okay. So the thing is it's the fat that's in the food. And that's what they were saying. And you can also, people can look this up. One of the people that were in our group was, she did she's like biomedicine. Mm-hmm. And she said that what happens especially with people who have type 2 diabetes is that they're calling Alzheimer's and dementia type 3 diabetes.
Yeah, I heard that.
The cells, the fat that are trying to get into the cell there's no more room in your body, so it goes to the brain. And that's what's going on. And I'm seeing more and more of that come out. But I'll tell you, there is a small piece of this where when you change and eat plant-based, everybody in our group had talked about this. There's something that sort of comes over you and gives you like a sense of peace and you're settled and you're happy and we can't figure it out, but it's there. We all have
I know that feeling. Now, do you eat rice?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. You eat brown rice or white rice?
Both.
Okay. So you can still eat whole grains or grains.
Oh, yeah. You can eat whatever, if you don't like brown rice, don't eat it.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you don't like, quinoa, don't eat it. If you don't like couscous, don't eat it. I mean, there's so much other stuff. Like, I think the cauliflower rice is funky. So,
yeah. I love cauliflower rice though, especially if it's like pre-seasoned and stuff. Like I'll get the frozen bag and it doesn't have anything but like salt, pepper, and maybe some celery salt and stuff. But it's I like it, but I know how people think like it's funky.
Yeah, there's other people. I'm like, if I'm going to eat the rice, I'm going to eat the rice. My favorite is the short grain brown rice. I don't know why, but I fell in love with that stuff.
Okay.
So, but it all doesn't. And if you look at it on the glycemic index, it's really low.
Okay.
So this is a way. And the thing is if you think, I'm going to have to, I do not control how much I eat. I eat, like when I eat until I'm full.
Yeah. Okay.
You can have, the quantity is so much more. And you just have to, just think about, And I'm not saying that, would I have a cupcake if somebody made, vegan cupcakes, or, I've made my own like apple pies and stuff like that. And yeah, I do have that, but that is so few and far between, because I know I feel so full when I eat that compared to when I eat the way I normally do.
Right. So how long have you been doing this, you and your husband?
Well, I've been a vegetarian since 2010, and I went vegan January 2017 for 5 years. And Rick is at about 5 years now also.
Okay. And so he's literally just completely just healed himself.
Yep. He's amazing. There he lost 73 pounds. I lost 34.
Okay.
And we were in Veg News magazine. So we thought it was fun. Actually, what the funny part of the Veg News magazine, we were in there in a January edition in, I think, 2018. But the funny thing was when we took the picture, it was the day before he had his colostomy reversed. So we were really like cheesing it up.
Wow.
So he's had everything reversed. And, like I said, we had a sense of humor. I named his colostomy Stanley. So like, so when it would make noise, it would be farting and stuff. And I'd say, oh, Stanley says he loves you. Because, people are just like, oh my God. So, so we named it Stanley, and we'd have every Sunday night, we'd go through and get a little pink bikini razor, and we'd shave the hair on his stomach. And it was just a whole thing. It was, it brought us closer. And I really did realize I see so many people that are so sick. And if they would just change their eating habits, and just small changes, even if you have a vegan meal like once a week, that is so much better. And it gives your gut time to really sort of relax and not work.
Right. Well, I really, really do appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule,
no, I'm so glad to talk to you.
Thank you. And I appreciate it, because I'm like, we reach out to so many experts in the field, and I think because of the type of content we do, they feel like, well, what are you gonna do with this type of news? And I'm like, hello, everybody can use this. So I'm just really happy that you were able to just kind of take some time and educate us. And are you open? Do you do virtual consultations and things like that?
I do. I'm so the holistic medicine I do is Ayurveda, and anybody who does yoga would understand Ayurveda. So I'm an Ayurveda practitioner, and I also just finished 2.5 years. I decided to go to college at 53.
Wow.
So I went back, and so I finished 2.5 years of psychotherapy training, and I am now in the last part of my training where I'm getting my board certification for that.
Congratulations.
So thank you. I'm 60. So, and I think I feel better now at 60 than I did at 30.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I've ridden my bike on a couple century rides. So,
oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And there's, like I said, the recovery time is boop.
I have no downtime between, most people like, oh my God, I gotta rest. I'm so tired. I'm so sore. I can hit 20, 25, 30 miles. I could be in a gym 2 hours and I'm lifting at my max weight, and I don't have any type of downtime.
No, you just amazing. Don't. Yeah. And the thing is I love it because I don't feel like it's restrictive eating. It really is taking care of yourself. So my grandchildren the oldest is 23.
Oh, wow.
So, and the youngest is 13.
Okay.
So, and I can keep up with them. So it has so many fingers that reach out. But I am totally open. If anybody wants to get in touch with me, reach out.
Okay. We will definitely leave your link below so that people can get in touch with you. I don't know. I mean, lately, well, not lately, all the time, people do have an influx of, you probably will have an influx of users and things like that. And so I hope that you're able to get to everyone, because I know that you are busy. And so I would love, if your husband was into it one day, maybe he could sit down with us and talk to us about his journey.
He's great. Rick is so funny. He's an engineer. He's very,
okay.
But he has a great sense of humor. And I have to tell you, one day somebody accidentally flipped a switch in the infusion unit. The music was blasting, and the two of us jump up, and he's holding on to his, all the IVs, and we are dancing.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you know what? You're going to have to go through it anyway, so you might as well have a sense of humor. So
exactly.
But yeah, no. He would really love to talk to you, especially after this Thursday, when I know he's going to get a clean bill of health.
Yeah, so we're going to definitely have him on. So I'll have my producer set that up with you. And again, thank you. I'm just so humbled that you're able to just come and share, because when people see us, I mean, yes, we have a lot of doctors that specialize in this, but they don't really want to tell us about the food aspect, on things that we have to do in order to help whatever we're going through to help itself. You know what I'm saying? And so just being able to hear from people who have gone through it, who have experienced it, who know someone, those are the people that I want. And so I'm so glad that you even have a way for people to reach out to you and buy your services to help them along the way. And so again, thank you so much, Ms. Maurer.
Thank you. I just had a wonderful time.
Yay.
Yay. Take care.
All right. And so we're going to leave your link below, and all we got to do from here is say, now I got to go. You don't look at the camera and say, bye. Thank you, Ms. Maurer. I'm sorry, Starla. Thank you so much. All right, winos, your hot girl summer ain't canceled, but them ashy and dry ass elbows is. If you feel itchy and want your summer glow back, you must try Beautiful and Lovely's Beauty Care Gorgeous Turmeric Detox Skin Mask. This skin detox mask is enriched with vitamin E, argan oil, oatmeal, and some other type of clays and things like that. I can't pronounce them. All that you need to get your skin glowing. And of course, it's vegan and all organic. You ain't got to worry about breaking out no rashes. We ain't got time for that. So Beautiful and Lovely's Beauty Care has a program designed to get your skin in the best shape. So to see and test all that they have, download free intestines and liver cleanse for beautiful skin on Instagram. It's designed to make you release liver stones pain-free for clear skin. Click the link below in the description box and visit their website as well as Instagram.